check it out.
Well, take what you know about travel shows, add a healthy dose of diversity and human rights, and you get the show Gaycation. Centered around the LGBTQ movement across the world, it airs on a brand new channel called Viceland. And here to tell us about it are the hosts, Ian Daniel and actress Ellen Page. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having us.
So Ellen, let's start with you. Give us just a little bit of a summary of what the show's about.
Sure. Well, essentially the show is a travel show, and Ian and I travel around the world to different countries to explore the LGBTQ community and culture in that country. So we went to Japan, Brazil, Jamaica, and the United States.
What an idea. So Ian, tell me, how did you guys meet? How do you know each other?
We met each other like 8 years ago, and I was taking a break from my life in New York and sort of living on an eco-village in this small town in Oregon called Lost Valley. Shout out to Lost Valley. And I was studying permaculture design, which is like self-sufficient living. Ellen also came to take a course there from her distant land. And yeah, we met in the middle of kind of nowhere in Oregon, and we spent a month together living off the land, living in this sort of dorm situation. And we just truly bonded, and it's kind of like we call it a love story, to be honest. And yeah, we've been really close since that moment.
That's great. It must be really fun to travel with your best friend. And, you know, you guys went to all these different places and met so many different types of people. Tell me, how did the locals react to being a part of this show?
I mean, people were kind of extraordinary to us, you know, particularly when we're in places where, you know, it is a sensitive thing potentially to be on camera, or, you know, a lot of people we would interview anonymously, of course, but, you know, so many people shared so much, were so vulnerable, were so generous with their story, and I think really we just felt like we learned so much, and we were so humbled by meeting some of the most brave, courageous people you could ever meet. So, you know, the show is really people we talk to, you know, it's not us, it's all these incredible people we meet all around the world, and also people who don't agree with us, and we try to have conversations with them as well.
Right, it's an amazing study of really both sides of the equation, and you guys got to see, you know, many different aspects and many different opinions of it. Now, did you guys have, by chance, a favorite place that you visited?
That's always a hard question, because I think on some level we loved every country we went to, and kind of every city had its own charm, or, you know, something interesting about it. But I always feel like, you know, the first episode that's out now, or premieres tonight, I love Tokyo. I actually love Kyoto. I just love the difference in the vibe from my own existence in New York. I think it was a great place to be, and I don't know, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I've loved Japan. I've been a couple times. It's one of my favorite places to go. I'd never been to Brazil, and really loved Sao Paulo. So yeah.
Well, and you guys got to be part of the first Pride in Jamaica. Is that right? What was that like when you guys were there?
I feel like that's one of the most special experiences I've ever gotten to have in my life. I mean, the activists there are so extraordinary, and to get to witness and be a part of that moment, and to have them let us film it, was one of the more inspiring and moving things I've ever seen.
Same, yeah.
Excellent. Now, there's a new episode tonight. Really quickly before we go, tell us where you guys are headed.
Yeah, tonight we're going to tonight's all about Japan, and we were in Kyoto and Tokyo and Osaka, and yeah.
Very good, guys. I want to thank you so much for going out and doing this, and really bringing us a taste of what it's like around the world. I know that it wasn't easy at times for you guys, but it was also very enlightening. So I want to thank you so much for coming on and spending part of your morning with us.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Now, you can catch Gaycation on Wednesdays on the new channel Viceland. Stay where you are. The Morning Blend, we'll be right back.